Was Gemini's biggest mistake partnering with Genesis, or was the FTX collapse an unavoidable crypto contagion that would have crippled them anyway? Hey everyone! In November 2022, a single word sent shockwaves through the crypto world: FTX. Its collapse was an absolute disaster, but the ripples of that failure extended far beyond Sam Bankman-Fried's empire, ensnaring even one of its most seemingly reliable competitors, Gemini. The Gemini-FTX connection. The connection between these two exchanges isn't what you might think. Gemini wasn't directly lending to FTX, but its popular high-yield program, Gemini Earn, was. Gemini partnered with a separate crypto lender, Genesis Global Capital, to power the Earn program. Genesis took the funds deposited by Gemini's customers and loaned them out, promising those attractive returns. Here's where FTX comes in. Genesis was heavily exposed to FTX and its affiliated trading firm, Alameda Research. When FTX went bankrupt, Genesis lost a significant amount of capital, which forced it to halt withdrawals. This immediately left over 340,000 Gemini Earn users unable to access their funds, totaling around $900 million. The what-if scenario. This brings us to the ultimate crypto what-if. What if Gemini had simply avoided the lending business altogether? FTX's failure didn't just affect its partners, it caused a massive, sector-wide drop in prices and a liquidity crisis. Even a perfectly managed, full-reserve exchange like Gemini would have weathered a severe market downturn. However, Gemini's core exchange and custody services remained operational because customer funds were held on a one-to-one basis, separated from the lending product. The real difference is the reputational damage. The FTX collapse was about fraud and mismanaged customer funds. Gemini, though it wasn't the direct perpetrator, became synonymous with frozen funds because of the Earn program's failure. What if Gemini had never launched Earn? Reputation saved, Gemini would have been able to point to its core exchange operating smoothly during the crash, reinforcing its brand as the regulated, secure alternative, the very image the Winklevoss twins worked so hard to cultivate. The narrative would have been, FTX failed due to fraud, Gemini survived due to regulation. Regulatory shield. While Gemini did face an SEC charge alongside Genesis later on for the Earn product, without the lending program, they would have sidestepped that legal headache entirely. The tragedy of Gemini is that an entirely separate business unit, designed to attract customers with high yields, became the vulnerability that linked them to the crypto contagion. It was the decision to chase yields through a third-party lender, not their core exchange practices, that caused the most public and painful damage. In the end, the FTX scandal was a test of trust. FTX failed by design. Gemini was merely damaged by association because of a single, risky partnership. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.